Welcome to Jason on English. Let's look at quantifiers expanded. What are quantifiers? Words that you can use instead of numbers. For example, when I'm on the train, if I can easily sit, if there are open seats everywhere, I think there is a low number of people. If there are seats available, but it's not easy to sit down, I feel it's a medium level. And if I can't sit at all, if I have to stand, if I can't move easily, I feel it's high. So instead of counting all of the people, I'll use quantifiers instead. I'll say there are a few people, there are some people, there are a lot of people. We often use quantifiers because it's not convenient to use numbers every time. Quantifiers are words that show your personal judgment about quantities and amounts. It's your feeling. If you feel it's low, if you feel it's medium, if you feel it's high, you can choose which quantifier. I'm from Canada. My area has, I think, almost no people compared to where I live now, which is in Japan. I live in Yokohama. But my feeling is different when I'm walking around in Yokohama. I might feel there are some people on the street, or maybe I might feel there are a few people on the street. But the same number of people in Canada, in my hometown, I would probably say lots of people. It's my decision, and it's based on my situation and my personal judgment. So quantifiers allow you to show your personal feeling about the situation. Words that let you get general ideas across quickly. Quantifiers save time. High, medium, low. Words that can make your English sound natural when used correctly. If you don't use quantifiers, it doesn't sound natural. If you use the wrong quantifiers, it doesn't sound natural. Using quantifiers will make you sound more natural. Now let's take a look at quantifiers. First, countable nouns. High. A lot of, lots of, so many, a ton of, tons of, loads of, heaps of. A lot of and lots of are the basic quantifiers for high-level countable nouns. So many can show emphasis. You feel this is very, very high. And the same thing with a ton of and tons of. Those are more casual, but they also have the same emphasis. This is very, very high. And other casual phrases you might find sometimes, loads of, heaps of, they also mean high. Let's check medium. Some, quite a lot of, quite a few. Some is the basic quantifier for medium level. A lot of is high, so quite a lot of brings the high phrase lower. Quite always carries a medium feeling, so quite plus a lot of basically means not high. If it's not high, it must be medium. The same thing with a few. A few means low, but quite always has a medium feeling. So the phrase quite plus a few means it's not low, so it's medium. So for countable nouns, these are very common phrases you can use. Now let's look at low. A few, few, hardly any, barely any, almost no. A few is the basic quantifier for countable nouns if you feel it's low. But a few also has a positive feeling. It's not zero, so you're happy. Few has a slightly negative feeling. It feels like it's close to zero. You are disappointed or not satisfied. Hardly any, barely any, almost no have stronger negative feelings. If I said there were a few people, maybe I'm happy. If I said there were few people, I might be disappointed. If I said there were almost no people, there were hardly any people, there were barely any people, that sounds very sad. Looking at these examples, there were lots of people, there were tons of people, there were quite a few people, there were almost no people. I saw so many people. I saw loads of people. I saw some people. I saw a few people. I saw hardly any people. If you like, pause the video and try using each quantifier in each sentence just to practice the feeling of these words. When you're ready to continue, please play the video to go to the next part. For uncountable nouns, we have to be a little careful. Some of these quantifiers change. Let's look at high. A lot of, lots of, so much. This is for emphasis. A ton of, tons of. These are more casual, but also have emphasis. With countable nouns, we used so many. But with uncountable nouns, we can't use many. We have to use much. So much. Let's check medium. Some, quite a lot of, quite a bit of. With countable nouns, we said quite a few, but we can't use the word few with uncountable nouns. So we changed it to bit of, quite a bit of, and you need of. It's a set phrase. Looking at low, a little, a bit of, little, hardly any, barely any, almost no. The same as with countable nouns, we cannot use few with uncountable nouns. So we say a little. We can also say a bit of. We need of. And we can also say little. And these carry the same feelings of positive versus negative. A little sounds positive. A bit of sounds positive. Little sounds slightly negative. And hardly any, barely any, almost no sound more negative. Looking at these example sentences, there was lots of rain. There was tons of rain. There was quite a lot of rain. There was barely any rain. I saw so much smoke. I saw quite a bit of smoke. I saw a little smoke. I saw almost no smoke. If you like, please pause the video, practice using each quantifier in each sentence to become comfortable with the sound and the structure of the sentences. When you're ready, play the video to continue to the next part. All nouns. If you're not confident about countable versus uncountable nouns, don't worry. There are some quantifiers that are safe in both situations. Let's look at high. A lot of, lots of, a ton of, tons of. These can usually be used with countable nouns or uncountable nouns. Try to remember these four. Some. Some is very safe. You can use some anytime with countable nouns or uncountable nouns. You don't have to worry about it. Try to remember this quantifier. Low. Hardly any, barely any, almost no. All of these carry a negative feeling, But the good point is they are safe with countable or uncountable nouns, so you don't have to worry if the sentence is correct. You might lose part of the nuance. Looking here, there were a ton of people. There was lots of rain. I saw some people. I saw some smoke. There were hardly any people. There was almost no rain. Please try using each quantifier in each sentence to get comfortable. And if you remember these quantifiers, you don't have to worry about countable or uncountable nouns. Many, much, any. Questions and negative sentences. These words are a little special. When used alone, these words are best used in questions and negative sentences. Avoid using these words alone in positive sentences. How many pencils are there? Not many. How much time do you have? Not much. Do you have any water? I don't have any water. We're using much, many, and any in questions and in negative sentences. That's okay. I saw many flowers. That's not good. A lot of is more natural. A lot of is used to show high level in positive sentences. There was much snow. That is also not good. A lot of is more natural. Avoid using many and much and also any in positive sentences. Please use them in questions and negative sentences when you use them alone. Let's try some practice. Choose the best options. First, we got so many, so much snow yesterday. What do you think? The answer? We got so much snow yesterday. Next. A few people came to the school festival. Sad feeling. What do you think? The answer? Few people came to the school festival. There are quite a few, quite a bit of good movies recently. What do you think? The key word is movies. Movies is countable. There are quite a few good movies recently. Please repeat after me. We got so much snow yesterday. Few people came to the school festival. There are quite a few good movies recently. I saw a few, hardly any, birds on my hike. Happy feeling. What do you think? The answer? I saw a few birds on my hike. There was lots of traffic when I came home. What do you think? The answer? There was lots of traffic when I came home. I found tons of, many bargains at the department store. What do you think? I found tons of bargains at the department store. Repeat after me. I saw a few birds on my hike. There was lots of traffic when I came home. I found tons of bargains at the department store. Choose the best option. Bob went skiing lots of, a few times last winter. High feeling. The answer: Bob went skiing lots of times last winter. Jim lost hardly any, a little weight last year. Sad feeling. Answer: Jim lost hardly any weight last year. Me too. And ate so much delicious food in India. What's the answer? Well, the key word is food. In this case, food is used as an uncountable word. And ate so much delicious food in India. Repeat after me. Bob went skiing lots of times last winter. Jim lost hardly any weight last year. And ate so much delicious food in India. Make your own answers. I'll read the question. I want you to think about your own answer. Then I'll show you my answer. Remember, say your answer aloud so you can practice the sounds. How much snow does your area usually get in winter? Here's my answer. My area only gets a little snow in winter. My hometown in Canada gets tons of snow. So first, repeat my answer. My area gets only a little snow in winter. My hometown in Canada gets tons of snow. What's your answer? Pause the video if you have to, and continue when you're ready. Next question. How many times do you go to a movie theater in a year? Here's my answer. I go to a movie theater few times. Tickets are a little expensive. Please repeat after me. I go to a movie theater few times. Tickets are a little expensive. Now, please make your answer. Pause the video if you need time, and when you're ready, play the video to continue to the next question. How many new friends have you made this year? My answer: I have made hardly any new friends. I rarely go to places where I find new people. Please repeat after me. I have made hardly any new friends. I rarely go to places where I find new people. Now, please make your answer. Again, pause the video if you need time, and when you're ready, play the video to continue to the next part. How many blank are there in your area? There are blah, 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 blank in my area. For this practice, all of the nouns are countable. I'll show you the target word. I'll show you my answer. And then please think of your answer and practice saying your answer aloud. Parks. There are few parks in my area. How about you? How many parks are there in your area? Next, hair salons. There are tons of hair salons in my area. How about you? How many hair salons are there in your area? Next, restaurants. There are quite a few restaurants in my area. How about you? How many restaurants are there in your area? Next, people with big dogs. Now, I'm not sure, but I think there are hardly any people with big dogs in my area. I never see them on the street. How about you? How many people with big dogs are there in your area? Next, young children. Well, there are lots of young children in my area. I often see them walking around, playing on the street, riding their bicycles. How about you? How many young children are there in your area? Next, stray cats. There are hardly any stray cats in my area, but there used to be tons. How about you? How many stray cats are there in your area? If you like, please watch this video again. Try to remember the different quantifiers for countable and uncountable, for high, medium, and low, which quantifiers have special feelings like emphasis or casual or negative. And practice making your own questions like the one on this page. How many blah 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 are there in your area? And please think about your answers. Remember, use your voice when you're practicing. Try to say everything aloud, read everything aloud. Your mouth will help teach your ears. Thank you for watching.